What Cox marketers should recognize and realize is that this stuff is easy. They're probably doing a lot of it already in terms of how they market today, how they're thinking about consumers, the strategies they're putting together. We're just talking about adding on new tactics, thinking about relating to customers in new ways.
Hopefully the first thing they do is log in to Google and start looking for information about what people are saying about them and their products that they represent. I think also what they really need to do is to start thinking about what their goals might be if they did dip their toes in social media. Because if you don't have a goal, then you can end up making mistakes for all the most random reasons.
Social media is based on a culture, and if you don't understand the culture, you're going to get fire-bombed and you're going to get blown up. Second of all, if you don't put together a back-end strategy, if you don't set goals, objectives, success metrics, what is success, no one's going to take you seriously.
After going to a conference like this or any other conference, share it with everybody else. I think articulating what it is that you heard to another group of people solidifies what you heard.
Experiment. Constantly experiment. Don't be afraid. But when you do experiment, find the people that are good at what you want to do, the ones who are successful, and talk to them.
Get out of the conference room and, and ask people that, aren't tasked with the business objectives of your brand, but ask people who are just simply interacting with your brand.
What I tell people to do is do a whisper campaign. And that's, first of all, subscribe to a news aggregator, then find a couple blogs, a news aggregator like Bloglines, then subscribe to a couple of blogs that you're interested in reading. It may not be a business blog, maybe a baseball blog.
Marketers look at the web still with a little bit of fear. Most marketers on the brand side don't know what to measure. So they're probably in a worse position online than they are where they dominate on things like TV and print.
We've talked a lot today about kind of the millennials and sort of the younger demographic who are growing up in this space, whereas I think more traditional marketers who maybe have gotten to senior positions through a lot of different channels and mediums just don't have that technology understanding yet, and that is going to be an important thing for them an important skill for them to acquire.
Poke around, find some cool site you heard about, something that you think, gosh, I hear about this thing, like Facebook. If you don't have a Facebook account, go set one up.
I'm hoping that people are going to remember just how much fun it is to really explore this from the consumer angle. And there's just so much going on, right? And so it's like all this, you're trying to figure out from a marketing channel or a publishing channel, whatever it is. It's like you just got to get back, be a consumer of it.
Create a throwaway blog. Go to Blogger, free. Create a blog again about something that is not a personal aspect of your life or not part of your company, and blog for a couple of weeks.
In the internet space, you can make a decision today and you can be live tomorrow. So there's not a lot of production time, there's not a lot of waiting, and you can learn quick.
I think more importantly, from the marketer's perspective, that they don't lose sight of their original advertising and marketing goals, that they still target the correct audiences, that they still use those traditional channels and integrate the two.
We've got to get back into our day jobs and figure out how do we layer in some of the things we've learned into our strategic planning, into our day-to-day. How do we find opportunities to build those relationships?